Leaping Lizards. The musical Annie is playing in Pittsburgh. I got to see opening night last night. It was fabulous.
With your girls.
Oh, we all loved it.
Nice.
It's playing through Sunday at the Bennett Center with everyone's favorite redhead and songs of eternal optimism.
It's the hard knock life for us. It's the hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get hit. It's the hard knock life. Got no folks to speak of, so it's the hard knock row. We ho! Cotton blankets instead of roll. Empty bellies.
And
You're sitting here tapping the beat with your hands.
Every song.
Every word.
Joining us today from the cast of Annie is Gilgamesh Taggett, who plays Daddy Warbucks.
And we were talking earlier. This show means so much to you because, as a little girl, this was like your first big musical attraction, right?
The movie came out in &82. I was 11, which is how old Annie is, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, my gosh, what a great role to play.
It's our little Issy Swickle, who plays Annie, is absolutely fantastic, and she's well aware of the opportunity she has.
Well, I was thinking great role in Warbucks, actually.
Well, fortunately, I have the hair for it, so that works.
Or lack thereof.
How long have you been on the road with the show?
We just started in September. We've been on the road since then. We'll be going until July of next year.
That's a nice long run.
It
Boy,
is.
for an actor, that's
very
like
happy.
Permanent employment.
Well, it's a little job security, and the acting field never hurts.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Had you done the role before?
I played it for 2 years in Cleveland at Beck Center for the Arts in the suburb of Lakewood. It's a lovely theater, has an excellent education program, and but there are some changes in this script. Martin Charnin was the original director who put it on Broadway. He's also the lyricist. This is his 19th time doing the show. So there are little changes. There are some, actually in the middle of the song NYC, there's some original Martin Charnin lyrics that he wrote just for this production to add to the excitement of the show.
And that's okay with the original playwrights? I mean,
Thomas Meehan, the original book writer, and Charles Strouse, the composer of the musical, are all a part of the process. They came out to see us at rehearsals and get a feel for the show, and they've been very supportive, and it's been an incredible experience.
Nice.
Well, and I have seen it many times over the years, the movie, different musical versions, and I loved this version. It was a little more streamlined, maybe?
Very much so. Well, it's a general rule for actors: pick up your cues, pick up your cues. We want to keep it moving because there's a lot to get to in the show.
Yeah, well, you said a minute ago you couldn't believe the end of the first act came, and it had been what, like
Almost
an hour?
an hour and a half.
And it just flew.
But it was great.
When it's full, though, that's when when you're doing it right. I mean, it is an hour and a half first act, but our pride is that the children are focused. They're able to stay focused on what's going on, and that's a credit to all of the actors. It's a credit to Mr. Charnin's directing and just the effort of everybody involved.
Well, before we go any further with Annie, I got to know about the name. Tell us about your name.
Gilgamesh is it's originally the.
It's not a stage name.
Correct. It's the epic poem of Gilgamesh was one of the first recorded written stories in history. And there were several Gils in my family, so there's always been derivations and variations thereof.
Cool.
And it doesn't hurt to help somebody remember your name at a callback.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Well,
It's very memorable.
You can't miss it. Do you ever go by Gil, or is it always Gilgamesh?
Well, I've always been Gil to my parents, especially when I've messed up.
Okay. Usually it's the full name.
No.
I used to get Jonathan when
I like to get right to the point. Gil.
Well, I want everyone to hear you sing because we've got a clip of one of your great songs, Something Was Missing. Let's take a listen.
Who would need me for me alone? The world was my oyster, but where was the pearl? Who'd dream I would find it in one little girl? Yes, something was missing, but dreams do come true. That something is no one but you.
So many great songs. I kind of had forgotten about that one because it's maybe not one of the stars of the show, but it's so many beautiful songs.
It's such a sweet song, and that's nice, rich baritone voice you got
Thank
there.
you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Strauss's music and Mr. Charnin's lyrics combine so beautifully, and it's one of the shows that does have so many memorable songs in it, and that moment particularly is a favorite for myself. I mean, Issy is a joy to work with, and she makes it easy
How old
to
is she?
sing to her. She's 9 actually.
You're kidding me.
Wow.
My kids and I were asking, we're trying to guess because she plays an 11-year-old.
Yes.
Usually it's the other way around. They
Yeah,
play younger.
most of the orphans are 9 years old,
Wow.
and they're still more focused and professional than most of us.
They are
Wow.
unbelievable. And we want to give a shout out real quick to Lily Amelia Smith, who is a Mount Lebanon graduate.
And she's incredible. Please come see her in the show.
Yeah, she plays an understudy for Grace Farrell, your assistant, and also is on the ensemble there.
There
she
she is.
Well, thank you so much, Gilgamesh.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you
do
for having
appreciate
me.
it. And folks, you can see Annie at the Benedum. There are 7 more shows, and tickets are still on sale. It's playing at the Benedum Center through November the 2nd. Check it out.